label reference. Means see here with the static resource at the rate of Salesforce resource URL resource reference, whatever the reference name of the static resource that you can give it. It is content files, the same order, content asset URL. If it is a SVG resource, you can access like this. It's like, and if it is label, I have to use Salesforce /label/label reference. This import is very much important in the Lightning Web components. So there is an example. So there is a static resource. These guys are using Salesforce logo. They're just using like this. Okay. Generalization. See, usually inside the Aura components, if you want to get the current user ID or something, you need to call the Apex method to get the current user ID. But inside the LWC, you have import ID from @Salesforce/user/ID. Then what it does is it gets the current user ID. So this is the one of the APIs is available in the Lightning Web Components. So if you want to get the custom permission information, so give the @Salesforce user permission, then permission name. Okay. So then as you are giving the custom permission, use the custom permission /permission name. What is the custom permission? You will get whether that user is having the setup or not. And even if you want to check user permissions, like if user is having the view setup permissions or you modify all data, something like that, then you can use this kind of permissions. Okay, so let's use one by one, at least one or two. I'll help you to understand how to get that. Okay, let's go ahead and use LWC, and for that you need Visual Studio Code. Today in LWC, we are going to discuss events and then how to access some of the static resource, or let's say custom labels and custom permission something. So let me go ahead and modify the same. Hello CMP. So I'm giving, this is the example. This is a small example. There is a text I have. So for that, what I'm going to do is, let's go ahead and use one custom label here. This is small example I'm doing. Name I'm giving as display text. This is small example. This is one. So to get those things, I have already explained you need to make the change in the package.xml to get the custom labels. This custom label. First you need to connect with the organization. Authorize arc. It's already opened. Click on this. This will be success. So once that is success, go here, retrieve source in manifest from arc. So just check if the custom labels are already retrieved or not. It will be labels. Here it is. Labels are there, custom labels. Inside the custom labels, please see this display text is one line. Okay, so from here, if you want to change something also, you can change here and deploy that one. Now go to our component. This is CMP. Inside this, what I'm going to use is code. You can give any name here. I'm giving display text. From if you give like here Salesforce, okay, text label slash label name display text. Is the display text. Okay, so now here this is you can give one variable that is called display this text equals to giving like this. So as this is the variable, I have this one. Just give this track. You know this is one variable. This variable can be used inside the lightning web component by using the flower brackets. Okay, so first what you need to do inside the JavaScript controller, you need to import that. So here Salesforce label, then display text. So if you have any confusion, go to that. See here, label, label reference. Okay, syntax is same. Once you are done with this, just go to LWC, deploy source to arc. Labels should have a section and name called display text. Salesforce. And C dot label. And namespace important. C dot label. Single resource. Sorry. C dot label. Should be C dot display text. Label, then namespace. C is the common namespace. C dot display text. This successfully ran. So this is deployed now. Now just go to the tab, sales application. See, this is a small example. But to test whether that is a text coming from the custom label or not, go to your custom label and change some text. So here action 2 minutes. Save it. Now if you refresh this, it's changed here. So there will be cache. So that cache will be taking some time to refresh. This cache. Okay, so this is how you have to change. You can try it, but don't clear anything so that cause the logout. You don't want that issue now. Okay, next I'll explain the events. Okay, what is an event? Let's say it's so here I'm going to add one more component to explain the event. So in the ARA components, what we were doing first, when we come to the point of events, we need to create an event. This is in ARA. Okay. Create event, then register event, finally dispatch event, or let's say fire event, then fourth step, handle the event. These are the steps we wanted to do in the ARA components. What are you trying to write? It's in the ARA components, not in the LWC. That's why I wanted to do this. In ARA components, these are the steps we wanted to follow. But in LWC, we don't need these many steps. Okay, just you have to throw the event. Okay, then it can be handled in the parent component. So let's take one example. So to check the events, we should have one parent and child components as it is in the ARA components. The same way we should have in the this example also. So okay, let's go ahead and use one example. going to create one lightning web component custom T. So let's say child. Okay. Custom EVT child. This is the name I'm giving. Okay. So here I have these many values. Okay, so this is the default one. Let's take very simple example. Okay. This is custom example. Okay, so this is what giving lightning label equals to some message. Very simple. I'm giving label equals to message. And another thing, I'm giving lightning done label equals to send. Very simple. So two component, okay, so which is having label. So very simple label and then one button means this is the child component. So I need to whatever the message I enter here, this message should be sent to the parent. That's it. I don't have anything else also. Okay. For that, when we click on the send, right? So in the Lightning Web Components, you need to handle. So to store a message in a variable, you should have one message attribute, right? Message. Handle message change. Okay. So here, what I'm trying to do is start message. This is very much important syntax. Event dot target dot value. That's it. Okay, means we are just showing here. From here itself, you can dispatch the events like dispatch syntax is. Let me show that. So there will be one event target dot dispatch event method. Okay, so this method, copy this dot dispatch event, then simple. You don't need to register any event, or you don't need to get $a dot get off something event name or something. Nothing you don't need. Simply, what you can say is this dot dispatch event new custom event. In the ARA components, let me show that. Usually what you are doing, you are registering the event with the same name, then you are firing the event from the child, and in the parent you are handling it. But here it is not required. Just dispatch the event with the simple name. What is the name you are passing? Just simply previous, or let's say just message, showing one message. And then parameters, if you want to pass the parameters, you need to have like this custom event message message equals to this dot message. Okay, so this is event. This you can pause the event. Message is the name you are giving to the. So very simple. On change itself, even you don't need the button also in this component. Means when you change it, it should be available on this one. Now, whatever the controller function you have written, that you need to give handle change. On change equals to simple handle change. Okay, so when this is changed, this will be automatically should be sent to the parent group. Commented out this one. Okay, so this is changed, and now I need a parent. Okay, this, let me show this one itself. Deploy this source to org. Okay, so I'm using in hello CMP itself. Hello CMP. What I'm trying to do is event example. So here you need to call that component C hyphen the name custom event CMP. Right? After that, what you need to give, whatever the event you are going to fire, this is the name message, right? Or you can give any name. So in the parent component, you need to give on after this event name. You have given message on message. If you have given XYZ on XYZ equals to something handler. Okay. So here message event. This is the handler. This will be handled here. Okay. Go to the here. Event. Okay. So here, let's say you are displaying one message inside the WC component. You can say that child message. Give message as the attribute. So this attribute we have not yet declared. So the attribute declaration will be always in the users track. Even if you don't give track also, there is no issue because all attributes are okay. Now here inside the event, this dot message equals to event dot detail dot target dot value. Sure how to handle this. Let me debug this one. So dot log. Okay, now means whenever the child component, okay, Now the child component is sending a message to the parent. Parent is hello LWC component. How we can call it as a parent? Inside the hello LWC component, we are calling this component. So whatever it is called inside the other component, that will be the child, and whatever it is calling, that will be the parent. So here we are calling this LWC component from the hello LWC component. So this will be the parent and this will be the child. We know that events are used to pass the messages or attributes from child to parent. So from child, this is the child, custom event CMP is a child. From this component, we are firing one custom event, LWC custom event child. This is just message, one event we are passing, right? So here we have this parameter. So what we can do is LWC event dot get back of message. Okay, so this is how you have to get this one. Event dot get param. What are the parameters you are sending? That will be displayed here. Let's go ahead and deploy this source. As we have already deployed this file successfully run. Now go ahead and display or refresh. See here, this also changed. Okay, so this is child message is event example. Okay, next previous. How come next and previous here? Example, go to child, put equals to text equals to let's go and change it's exposed to true. Child message is given different. See, system child. This is the name what we wanted to give because this is different component. That is different component. Using different source. custom event child. Okay, message is something is script error.
In the custom component JS, there's a spelling mistake is there, Anji, I
Oh, is
think.
this?
Yeah.
Okay. Custom event child.
Child event component. In the handle message, so to get this event dot value, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So event dot target value is a spelling mistake is there. Line number 8.
This one.
Yeah.
This is still getting some kind of it. So here, custom message, set the parameters. This. Okay, so the syntax is different. So here, enter new message, inside that only we need to give this. Detail. No, you can give this message. So only one, six, one, this, this message, fine, does dispatch event. Inside this, you can get contacts dot details. What is this? And dot tail. Say this test message. This is getting updated on the parent. Okay, so this is how you have to work with the events. Okay, very simple. Just you wanted to just throw one event from the child. So here, custom event child. What you guys are doing is you are just throwing one message using the event. So this syntax is very much important. This dot dispatch event, new custom event, then syntax. So detail this dot message you are giving. So instead of that, even you can pass some objects also. Okay, then you can use this one. And inside the parent component, what you need to do, you have to get that value using one event, then use that values here. Get those values by using, here you have given detail, because inside the child component also you gave it as a detail, right? Detail colon this message. So whatever you are going to give here, the same you need to give to this one. Okay, so this is lightning component events, LWC events, how to use them. Okay, here you can understand how to handle the events. See here, on notification, whatever the name you are giving, this one you can give it as here. Okay, so, and let me explain one important thing, life cycle. This is very, very important, and you will be asked in interview questions. Yeah, says life cycle diagram. Okay, so what is LWC life cycle? If someone asks, we have the inside the class, okay, you have constructor. Okay, so let me do one thing. So usually if you want to pass parameters from parent to child, what you are doing in the other components, you are declaring attributes. Simply one attribute you are de- declaring, and that attribute you can pass from the parent. Okay, but here what you need to do is you need to make the message. See here, let's say one decorator has to be taken. So here API, API, what you need to give it at the rate of API. Okay, so this is the child component. What, see, let's say if you want to pass some text message from parent to this component, then whatever the values you need to pass, that you have to give here as API, at the rate of API, track and API. Another decorator is there that I'll explain. Deploy this to source. Now, from wherever you are trying to call, let's say hello LWC, here you can give it as message equals to my initial message. You can give like this. Means if you want to use this attribute at parent level, whenever you are calling this component, then you need to make that attribute as at the rate of API. Then that's called as public attribute. Okay. So see, I paused the my initial message. Okay, changed. Whatever you need. Okay, initial value. If you want to pass from parent to child, this is how you need to give this one. Okay, from parent to child. If you want to make change, you can do here. Okay, and child to parent, you need events. From parent to child, you don't need anything, but child to parent, you need events. So whenever you want to make that attribute as public, then you need to use API decorator. Okay, I hope you guys understand this. Comma. So by default, import lightning element will be one interface which you have implemented already or imported already. Same way, you have to import one more API decorator. Okay. So lightning element means whatever you are having all the LWC commands like lightning input or lightning button, whatever it is, all will be the child of lightning elements. Okay. So then API means if you want to declare or attribute as API, then that will be the public attribute. This can be used in the parent component whenever you are calling the child component. Okay, this is how you have to handle the events. Hope you guys understand that. Any questions on this, guys? Okay, next. So I'll explain the overall, then we'll say this one. first thing, whenever the component is accessed, the first step is it calls the constructor or the parent. So here we have parent and child, right? Here, hello LWC CMP is the parent, and then this custom EVT child is the child. How can we define the name for each and every event? Custom EVT child, right? This will be in the hyphen. Okay, so this is the child, and this is the hello LWC CMP is the parent. First, what happens? First, it gives the parent constructor. Then, if there are any public parameters, public attributes means just now we have explained, right? At the rate of API decorator, whatever the attributes are having at the rate of API decorator, then that is called as the uh, public attribute, public property. This will be updated on the parent first. Then if it is not there, then it will be updated. Then parent inserted into the document object model. Connected callback will be called on the parent. Then parent rendered. Rendered means just displayed. After that, constructor on child. Constructor, then public property, then DOM insertion. After that, connected callback, rendered. This is common points. First, whenever it is done, first constructor, then public property is there, then inserted DOM, then connected callback, child rendered, whatever it is, parent or child. These four steps are common. Okay, rendered callback. These all are common on this. Okay, so after that, rendered callback called on the parent. Okay, this is rendered callback on the rendered callback will always from child to parent. First child, then parent, finally stop. Okay, so the very important first constructor, public properties. Then third step insertion to the DOM, then connected callback, then rendered. This is common. Then when you come to the child and parent and child, finally when the rendered callback only will be there. Rendered callback will be executed first on the child and then it will be on the parent. That is the life cycle. You need to understand. And that's very much important. In interview questions, someone will ask the question, what is the life cycle of LWC? Okay, I'll explain this constructor, connected callback, rendered callback and everything. In Aura components, we have init handler. Init handler means whenever the component is loaded, immediately if you want to do some functionality, then init handler will be used. The same way, here we have constructor and connected callback. Okay, rendered callback, error callback. This I'll explain tomorrow as well. Just you have to understand life cycle. What is the life cycle? How it should be used. Okay, only this thing. Okay, so I think we are done for today. It's very much important. Tomorrow, I'll explain you how to work with Salesforce data and how to use show toast message and how to fire the flag from events or something. Okay, and how to use the user ID, other attributes. Okay, any questions on this, guys?
This parent alone, like that.
With this parent, that we can't do, right? This lightning components means that is reusable. So this
Okay.
reusable can be used anywhere.
Okay.
Okay, this component can be used
Can't
anywhere.
restrict it to one parent or two parents like that.
No, that is cannot be.
Okay. Thank
Okay, guys, take care. Bye.
Thank you.